sure was a boring game. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Head Stove Media, and today we're going to recap in this afternoon's spring training game between the Phillies and the New York Yankees, as the Phillies lose 5-2 to the Yankees, and Hans Krause gets to start in this one. Just looked like more of the same that we saw in 2021. Hey guys, before getting into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please engage the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this.
This video is also brought to you by All Things Phillies. All Things Phillies provides daily Phillies game video highlights from the game. So please go subscribe to his channel, link in the description section.
So this is only spring training. You have to keep reminding yourself that, but we got to see some of our starters play today. Rhys Hoskins, JT Muto, Harper out of the DH spot. And Harper did absolutely nothing. Probably telling him to kind of tone it down a little bit, and you saw him in that one at-bat. I believe that was a 5-pitch at-bat, battle to a 2-2 count. The second pitch, barely was off the black, and it was called a strike, and that was not a strike, and Harper even looked like that. And even in the spring training game, he was kind of just annoyed, and they didn't swing the bat once in that at-bat. And Rhys Hoskins, right, with the defense is a concern, pop up in foul territory, and he cannot make the play. So that's a problem. That is a problem. Defense, a lot of the baseball media is talking about the Phillies defense, and that was not very good. And there you go right there. So Corey Knebel makes his spring debut. I like to see that, upper 90s with that fastball. So you pick up the scoring summary here in the bottom of the first inning. Giancarlo Stanton doubles on a sharp line drive to left field. DJ Mayhew and Joey Gallo come around to score as it's 2-0 New York here in the first. So Hans Krause was not good in this one. As we talked about before, his command wasn't good. He wasn't locating very well. And a hittable pitch right there to Giancarlo Stanton to make it 2-0 New York. And we pick it up, same inning. Aaron Hicks doubles on a line drive to right field. Giancarlo Stanton comes around to score. And the Yankees now take a 3-0 lead. So there you go right there. A comfortable 3-0 lead right there for the New York Yankees. Aaron Hicks, a guy that, is a nice switch hit bat, and he's dealt with a lot of injury problems. He's a great defender, but they locked him up to that 7-year deal back in 2019. He really hasn't been that great. Extends the Yankees lead to 3-0. We pick it at bottom of the fourth inning. Phillip Evans doubles on a sharp line drive to center field, and Kyle Hashioka comes around to score, as it's now 4-0 New York. So, also out there with Matt Vierling and Mickey Moniak, a total miscommunication. Both running into the ball, nobody called it off, and they, crashed right into each other. It was an embarrassment, an absolute embarrassment. So 4-0 New York. Then we pick it up bottom of the sixth inning. Phillip Evans reaches on a fielding error by Yaro Munoz over at third base. And Max Modelo comes around to score, as it's now 5-0 New York. So I'm not really going to harp on that too much. This is a guy you're not really going to be seeing that much of. Nunez over at third base, so it's not like Albon made the error. I'd definitely be, more upset if Albon made that error, but he did not. You saw how annoyed I was about the Rhys Hoskins error, so I'm not really get too annoyed about this one. Then we pick it up top of the seventh inning. Didi Gregorius going against his former squad, reaches on an infield single, and Rio comes around to score, as the Phillies got on the board now, 5-1 ball game. Then we pick it up, same inning. Adam Haisley singles on a ground ball to right field. Luke Williams comes around to score, as the Phillies get a little bit closer. Now a 5-2 ball game. So Adam Haisley with his first knock of the spring. This is a big spring for Adam Haisley, right? He has a lot to do here. He has a lot of ground to make up, and hopefully he could kind of earn his way, back to being recognized more again. I would love to see this kid succeed, and he's still young enough that he can. It's a shame what's happened to him. It's really a shame with the personal issues off the field, and, his wife getting death threats, and, terrible. Just absolutely terrible. No one should have to deal with that, and I completely respected his decision to step away from the field. I think the light needs to be shined on what he went through, right? It's not just all about baseball. You have personal things in your life. So I think it's important that we recognize what Adam Haisley has been through, and it's not okay. It's absolutely not okay what he's been through. It's terrible, quite frankly. What happened to him, getting those those horrible letters, and no one should have to deal with that. So I completely understand and respect his decision to step away from the game. I completely understand that. So Matt Vierling out of the leadoff spot, collects a hit, and honestly, I'm still really befuddled about that, as I talked about before, with, that boneheaded play out there, with Mickey Moniak. Total miscommunication. That's not okay. And Matt Vierling, a guy that's going to be seeing some time in center this year. I'm telling you, he will see some time out there with the Odubel Herrera. You're definitely going to see that. Righty-lefty. You're definitely going to see that. So I think that definitely makes some sense. And Jean Segura gets a start out of the 2-hole as he goes hitless in this one. Getting the start at second. Bryce Harper, 2 strikeouts on the afternoon. He didn't look very good. He hasn't really looked that great this spring. His first at bat against the Blue Jays on Saturday, he did, hit the ball pretty hard, but he hasn't really looked that great. And it's spring training. It is spring training. He did actually set the world on fire last year, though, in 2021. He actually did pretty well in spring training, but you can't really put too much stock into it. You just can't really put too much stock into it. But JT Realmuto gets the start behind home plate today as he collects 2 knocks in this one. You saw that nice single to left field. JT Realmuto, nice to see him. He's had a pretty good spring. He's hitting 500 on the young spring season. So nice to see that. Reese Hoskins goes hitless today, but he collects 2 walks. So this is what I'm telling you. This is why I think he belongs in the 2-hole. His ability to watch the baseball and see the baseball is very, very good. He has great plate discipline. I think that's why I put him in the 2-hole. But I understand people that think that Gene should be there. I understand that because of the speed. You want some speed at the top of the line. You want like a little contact here, especially when you have Kyle Schwarber, a guy that can't really run, batting leadoff. I do think it would make some sense. I could hear people out that say that Gene Segura should be the 2-hole hitter, but in my personal opinion, I still think Reese should be there. 2 walks on the day. Didi Gregorius not credited with an RBI on that infield hit. Then Adam Haisley, driving in another run for the Phillies today. One of their 2 runs on that RBI single. Mickey Moniak, he's just a disaster. Mickey Moniak is a disaster. He's been a huge bust. Every time I mention his name, I just keep bringing it up. I don't even know why he's even still here anymore, to be honest with you. He's still in the top 30 of the prospect list, but he's around like 15 or 16, I believe, but he's just done nothing. He's done absolutely nothing. He's been a huge disappointment. He goes hitless on the day. Of course he did. He just did absolutely nothing. He doesn't really even hit the ball that hard anyway. And Hans Krause, go take a look at his start. He gets a loss in this one. 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, all 3 are earned, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. So as I said, he wasn't commanding very well. Left his stuff, right over the middle part of the plate. And Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Hicks, man, they hit the ball pretty hard. He did not have the best spring debut, to say the least. Or what we saw in 2021, to be honest with you. And remember, and this doesn't really, judge anybody. I'm just going to say this. Remember the first pitch he threw against the Pittsburgh Pirates was knocked out of the park. Like I said, it's not... You really shouldn't be judged off of that, but yeah, not a good start. Not a good start. Corey Knebel, as I said, makes his spring debut. A nice, clean inning with collecting a strikeout. I believe he hit around 98, which is great. As I said, we have some guys that can throw, especially if Jose Alvarado can command better. We have some guys that definitely can throw some heat. Go take a look at some of our prospects. As I talked about before, Andrew Painter, Micah Bell, even Hans Krause. Who's our number 4. So we have guys that can, even Francisco Morales as well. So we have a lot of guys, and the game's kind of going this way. We have guys that can throw some heat, man. I'm telling you, we have some guys that can throw some heat, but it's all about pinpointing it where you want it to. It's all about command, and command has been a big problem. We saw that with Vinny V. The guy had insane velo. We all know that. Vinny Velo. But he couldn't locate it. We also see that with Jose Alvarado. Can't locate it. And also, just they get too emotional, but that's besides the point. But the point is that you have to learn to locate. That is the point. Ryan Sheriff also making his spring debut today. And a nice solid inning, walking a hitter and also collecting a strikeout. Amber Drosian. Here we go again. As he allowed that double to Evans there in the bottom of the 4th inning. He's not had a good start to the spring, as we talked about before. I think he probably will make the team simply because of the fact that our bullpen, is still, not where it needs to be. I tell you what, if David Dombrowski goes out there and fixes this bullpen the way he should, then I just can't see this guy sticking around. He's just been disaster. Not really too impressed with him. But that is your final score. 5-2 at George M. Steinbrenner Field. Let me just tell you, I was thankful to, be able to watch the game today. I actually had no idea it wasn't on 94 WIP. I tried to go listen to it. I couldn't find it. But I tell you what, those announcers, Michael Kay, and I don't know what the other guy's name was, they were so annoying. Not impressed with the Yes Network booth. And I understand they're always going to talk about the Yankees. They should. I mean, that's the team they're announcing for. That's the side they're on. Of course, there's going to be a different feel when you watch the hometown, broadcast booth, because they're going to be talking about, their team. So a lot of Yankees talk today. There's no question about that, and that makes sense, but I felt that they're, kind of annoying in a way. And of course, he's got that home run call. There it goes. See ya. Of course, we didn't hear that today, but I find that kind of annoying. On another note, Kyle Schwarber officially introduced as a member of the Philadelphia Phillies today. He's very, very excited. He's very, very excited, and Nick Castellanos hopefully joining us in a few days here. But something very, very interesting. I didn't even think of this. I don't know why. Nick Castellanos and Kyle Schwarber, both former teammates in 2019. Remember that Castellanos had that brief stint with the Cubs in 2019. So these guys do know each other a little bit. I actually forgotten that they were teammates, because it was just was for such a short period of time. But they were teammates back in 2019 with Castellanos' brief stint when he was with the Chicago Cubs. This is going to be a very, exciting lineup to watch, very lethal, very dangerous, but the bullpen and the defense, especially as you saw this afternoon at George M. Steinbrenner Field, not very good. Rhys Hoskins with that routine pop-up. The sun's in my eyes. I don't care if the sun's in your eyes. He had sunglasses on. Defense definitely a problem. And as I talked about, that other miscue on right center field with Vierling and Moniak. I mean, you got to clean that up. So that was an embarrassment. They both crashed into each other, and this can't happen. That just can't happen. I'm not really going to harp too much on Moniak, because I don't really care much about him. Matt Vierling, though, as I said, this is going to be a guy you're going to be seeing get some time. That's what I really care about in this kind of situation. I don't like it either way, but especially with Matt Vierling. So Hans Krause, rough spring debut, not the best showing out of him, but it was nice to see Knebel. It was refreshing to see Corey Knebel, touch pretty high velo on that fastball. So I'm excited for the 2022 regular season. So definitely a boring game to watch. Not much action going on. Flat loss. Not much else to be said. So the Phillies are back in action tomorrow afternoon against the Detroit Tigers at Baycare Ballpark, as Bailey Falter takes the mound, making his spring debut, and Alexander will be on the mound for the Detroit Tigers. 1:05 the first pitch, available on NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus. Tomorrow's game will likely be recapped. I'm not going to make a full-on commit and say it definitely will, but it most likely will, either Wednesday or Tuesday. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please share the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Take it to social media, link Let's Go 6. Phillies Hot Stove Media, Instagram, Telegram, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter, @Hot Media. Call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, PhilliesHotStoveMedia@gmail.com. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Flat loss against the Yankees this afternoon. But let's go take care of business tomorrow against the Detroit Tigers. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phillies. I'll see you guys.